Jerusalem looks calm from above, but beneath these streets lies a hidden world.
For thousands of years, people built new cities on top of old ones, creating a secret world below. These tunnels were carved by hand, centuries before modern Jerusalem was even built. Where forgotten worlds rest in silence, we awaken their stories. Down here, huge stones sit untouched, older than most structures on the surface. Under the modern city, whole rooms like this remain buried and forgotten. Archaeologists still find inscriptions down here, messages left by people who lived thousands of years earlier. Beneath the ground, stairways like this lead into older and older layers of the city, each one telling a different story.
Jerusalem wasn't built once. It was built again and again, layer after layer, for thousands of years.
This tunnel leads into the oldest part of ancient Jerusalem, the city of David, hidden deep below today's streets. Some passages drop into deeper chambers, places untouched for thousands of years. Long before modern pipes, the people here carved channels through solid rock to control the city's only water source. This underground pool was the heart of ancient life. Hidden deep beneath the ground, deep underground, some passages end at sealed doors, carved from giant stones no one has moved in thousands of years.
No one knows what lies behind doors like this.
Some rooms collapsed long ago, leaving behind silent spaces no one has walked through for centuries. Other tunnels are barely open, just enough for a light to pass through, but not enough for a person to enter. Some parts drop into deep shafts, passages cut straight down into the rock, with no clear idea where they end. To reach these lower levels, archaeologists must climb, carefully lowering themselves into places untouched for thousands of years. As the light goes down, the walls reveal marks, signs that someone... At the bottom, a hidden chamber appears, filled with symbols and fragments that no one has fully understood. A small side tunnel continues from the chamber, too narrow for comfort, but clearly carved with intent. On the walls, ancient markings appear, symbols that might be warnings, directions, or forgotten scripts. The passage slopes down, deeper into parts of the underground city very few people have ever reached.
Small objects lie untouched on the ground, clues left behind by people who walked these tunnels thousands of years ago.
The tunnel opens into a natural cavern, a place reshaped by human hands long ago. This platform may have been used for rituals. Or one narrow passage leads away from the cavern, blocked by fallen stones, but still open just enough to pass.
Archaeologists carefully clear a small gap, hoping to see what lies deeper on the other side.
Through the small opening, a long, untouched tunnel appears, frozen in time.
This footprint may belong to the last person who ever walked this passage, thousands of years ago.
The narrow tunnel opens into a hidden chamber, untouched, silent, and older than anything found above. In the center of the room, unusual carvings cover the floor, designs whose purpose remains a mystery. This chamber looks different from the others, larger, more carefully built, as if people once gathered here for something important. From one corner of the chamber, a narrow passage leads even deeper, carved with surprising precision. The carvings here are different, more detailed, more careful, as if marking the entrance to something sacred. The carvings here are different, more detailed, more careful, as if marking the entrance to something sacred. This passage feels different, Smoother walls, arranged stones, and a silence that feels almost too perfect.
Some stones here show markings and shapes that look like part of a mechanism, or perhaps a forgotten ritual design.
At the end of the long passage, huge stone blocks begin to appear, standing like silent guardians. These stones are different, carefully shaped, perfectly fitted, and untouched for thousands of years.
The passage ends suddenly, sealed by a massive stone wall that looks too perfect for its age.
These carvings are not decoration. They might be clues, warnings, or markers for what...
As the light spreads, the shape of a massive doorway finally appears, carved with impossible precision.
The doorway is sealed shut, a single giant stone with a razor-thin seam. For the first time, the full doorway can be seen. A giant stone slab.
No one knows who sealed this door, or why the markings warn of something beyond it.
When archaeologists touched the door, they felt something unusual. The stone seemed colder than the walls around it. Some say they heard a faint vibration behind the stone, a sound too deep, too old to explain. Under brighter light, new details appear. Carvings overlap, patterns shift, and the lower stones look strangely disturbed. A sudden draft escapes through the crack, cold air from a chamber sealed for thousands of years. A sudden draft escapes through the crack, cold air from a chamber sealed for thousands of years.
In the shifting light, the carvings seem to change shape. Lines align, patterns move.
Then the stone trembles, just for a moment, enough to make every person in the chamber stop breathing. A final burst of cold air escapes, and the lantern dies. Something moves behind the stone.
The past never truly sleeps.